Welcome to She's Grace Authentic. Welcome or welcome back. If this is your first time here, I am so grateful, so thankful to have you here with me today. Thank you for clicking on my video. Thank you for the support. But most of all, thank you for loving on you because that is what we do here on this channel. We love on ourselves, we evolve, we grow, and we do it hand in hand together. If you were a returning supporter, I appreciate you. I love you for your consistency and your continuous support. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I post videos every Monday and Thursday at 8:08 p.m. Central Standard Time. So hit that notification bell. Go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't ever miss any of these gems or any of this knowledge I be dropping. Okay, okay. Please go follow me on all social media platforms. So Instagram and TikTok, I am She's Grace Authentic. And on Facebook, I am Kaitlyn Marie, Grace Authentic in parentheses. Everything is in the description box below. All right. If this is your first time with me, then I would love to enlighten you and let you know that I bring in God. I start off each session with God, bringing in spirit, bringing in the energy, bringing in the vibes. Y'all, my nose is out of control. It's itching, and it must be a good message on the way. Woo! Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in spirit. If you have been here before, then you already know what it is. All right. God, I bring you into this place, this space. God, I bring you into me. Spirit, I bring you into this place. Ancestors, I bring you into this place, this space. The highest version ancestors, okay? The ones that are positive for my greater good, for the greater good of the most high frequency vibration energy. God, I ask that you put me aside. Spirit, I ask that you put me aside. I ask that you be the guiding light. You guide the viewer. Let them hear your words, your vision for their lives through the sound of my voice. I am the highest version of myself. I am living in the highest frequency, the highest self expression. I am one with all entities. I am one with Mother Earth, the divine. I am one with the universe. I am one with all entities combined. I am a force to be reckoned with. All negative energy shall be returned back to sender. And not only will it be returned back to sender, but I will alchemize that energy and turn it into a high vibration frequency in this space, in this place. Spirit, I ask that you make this place a sanctuary for your message to come through to the viewers. Now, for those of you who have never been with me before, I always start off each session with a tarot card or an oracle card, a tarot message or an oracle message, and I call them loving messages. I also like to include these because I grew up and I was told that tarot and oracle cards and all of that readings were demonized and they were false worshiping and all of these crazy things and they weren't good for you. And yeah, these my readings, I do readings myself. I can do a reading for you and it will change your life drastically. um it's helped me tremendously to be able to guide me along my journey, help guide me along my journey. And so today we are talking about self-love being the highest frequency, right? And so for those of you who don't know what frequency is energy. We can live, I don't know if you've ever heard of something called the quantum field, but we can live in a reality where we are forcing things to take place, right? And it's a 3D reality. Three-dimensional means you can physically touch it, see it, feel it. And then they have the 5D, which is the quantum field, and it is essentially an energy, a field where you cannot feel, see, or touch it, right? It's actually, I would like to say, your imagination, right? It's you living in the unknown. but also in the certainty of your own future and what you want for your life. And so, I am in a place of self love. I am in a place of learning how to love myself to the highest degree. And so that's what we're talking about today. And today I have two different cards, two different tarot cards that I am bringing out. And these tarot cards represent to me self love and self nurturing, self care, self abundance. The Empress and the Nine of Pentacles. So this is the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. And then this is the Empress. And so I want to read to you what each of these mean, all right? In the terms of the tarot deck, okay? So the Nine of Pentacles is a tarot card that represents independence, self-sufficiency, abundance, and confidence. The rewards that come from discipline and dedication. Self-sufficiency, luxury, financial independence, success, refinement, enjoying the fruits of your labor. And so this card here, when it says, hold on, when it talks about the rewards that come from discipline and dedication, you know, um, in conjunction with the Empress, which is your creativity and nurturing and abundance and you know um, all the fruitful things. So we'll talk about this one. The Empress: nurturing, abundance, beauty, fertility, sensuality, creation, motherly love, growth, self-worth. And so these two to me go hand in hand, and I really want to talk about it because right now this is where I'm at. Right, today was today is Thursday and I post on Thursdays. Okay, so I'm actually a bit behind. This video may be posted late, and I want to I want to apologize because I have been kind of, things have been a little all over the place, and I'm trying to find my grounding in making sure I get the videos out on time. So I do want to apologize for that because it has been a little bit of up and down. I have been posting them on the day, but the time has been off. It hasn't been sometimes at exactly 8:08 that it comes out. And so today will be the last day that it may be late. I'm going to try to make sure that it's not late, but it just depends on how long the editing takes. Okay. And so today is a day that, I recently did something with myself, with a situation where I had to disconnect from somebody, and it's been a bit difficult. Um as far as me releasing and going through the grief of the emotions, right? But on the other side of that, self love means you being in your Nine of Pentacles energy, you being disciplined, and you setting boundaries, and you not allowing anyone to breadcrumb you, give you scraps, give you pieces of love when you have become the Empress, right? And you are nurturing, you're creative, you are abundant, right? And you stand in your Nine of Pentacles energy, where you're thriving and you stay dedicated to what it is that you have set out to do. Me coming here today, I just cannot lie to you and say that it wasn't difficult in getting here. It wasn't difficult in um, being able to show up, right? I can't tell you that, there wasn't adversity, there wasn't a pushback, right? But self love is why I am here. Self discipline is why I'm here, right? Me believing in my vision and me knowing that somebody needs this message, right? This message is going to be for somebody. And that no matter what, even if, regardless of whoever, whatever outside of me, it's not about anybody outside of me. It's about me staying dedicated to my higher version of myself, to my vision, remaining consistent, right? And because you have to understand, when you show up for yourself, that is self love. No matter what, I need to show up for me. No matter what, I need to be consistent for me. No matter what, I need to love me, right? And that is how you call in and you attract all that is for you. When we're talking about the quantum field, when we're talking about being in a high frequency, there's two fields that you can operate out of, the 3D field and the 5D field. And the 3D field is where you're having to force, you're having to push, you're having to work hard, right? And the 5D field, in order to get what you want, let me say that. And in the 5D field, it is where you just become your highest version. You fall in love with your life, you fall in love with yourself, you understand that you are abundant, you are whole, and so you naturally attract what is for you, right? You pretty much can jump timelines, okay? Instead of having to force to work for it. Most people believe that um they need something in order to feel whole, or they need to get something, or they need what it is that they're ultimately want or ultimately desire in order to feel good, right? And so self love and understanding the 5D and operating out of high frequency means that you already know you are everything. You already have everything, meaning that you already are abundant. You don't have to get anything to feel abundant. There's been a time in your life where you have accomplished something, or you felt some sort of way, or maybe you saw something that you wanted. Maybe there was a relationship that you wanted. Maybe there was a woman or a man that you wanted. Maybe there was a car that you wanted. Maybe there was a house that you wanted. And there was a feeling that was associated with that, right? There's always a feeling that's associated with the higher version of yourself. There's a future self that consists of you, right? There's already a future self of you. There's already a visual, right, of you, of what you would like your life to look like. Okay? And so what happens is that there's a feeling that's associated with that. If you were operating out of your highest form of self love, right? Meaning, if you had everything that you wanted and everything that you desired, right? Then you would feel the highest form of self love. You would stop wanting. When you feel love, then you stop wanting something outside of yourself because you already have everything. You already are complete. And so when you understand that you have to literally fall in love with yourself in order to call in what you want in a timely fashion where you're not having to wait years to accomplish it, that you right now can feel that highest version. You can already be there. You can put yourself there. And so essentially that is what I am doing, is I am working on putting myself in that place of the highest frequency and having the highest self-love, right? To where I call in, I attract what and who is for me, which means that, you know, what is my self-love's reflection? The way that you treat yourself, the way that you talk to yourself, the things that you do, the people that you tolerate, that is what determines how much self love you truly have, right? If you're putting horrible foods into your body, I'm not saying you cannot enjoy food at no time. I'm not saying that you can never enjoy food. Let me say that, right? But it's about being mindful, right, of loving your body. How are you treating your body? Are you treating your body broke? Are you treating your body as if, you know, you love it to its highest version? What would your highest self do? Would your highest self work out? Right? Would your higher self, watch what you were eating? What would your higher self do? Yes, you can enjoy good food, and I mean you can healthy things that are good, but I'm just saying, yes, enjoy something that isn't so healthy, but it's about having the balance and understanding that how you treat yourself is a reflection of who you are and how much you love yourself. It's a reflection of self-worth and self-love. It's not just about self-care, although self-care comes into the mix. So if we're talking self-care, we could be talking haircuts, we could be talking nails, we could be talking facials, we could be talking skincare, we could be talking oiling your body up, we could be talking bath salts and scrubs, right? We can be talking all different kinds of things, pedicures, right? We could be talking whatever it is that is self-care for you, right? But I'm more so also speaking on, you know, being connected to those that are not truly showing up to love you like you are supposed to be loved, the way that you are showing up to love them. If you're showing up out of love, I don't care who it is, all right, unless they're under 18 and they're your children. I don't care who it is. If they are not showing up for you and they are breadcrumbing you, meaning they are giving you pennies to the dollar, right? Pennies to the million, right? Then it's time to move on and let them go. Let them go out of love and let them go out of self love. And I'm not saying it's not going to hurt, because it does. It does hurt to let people go. But you know what hurts more? Going against yourself for somebody else's validation, for somebody else's, craving somebody else's love that they're not even giving to you. They're only giving tiny little specks, right? I love myself so much to where I cannot allow myself to be connected to anyone that doesn't give me that same undeniable, genuine reciprocity of love in return, right? Like, I can't call in what is for me if I'm still dealing with a situation where I feel like I need this person in my life, temporary comfort, instead of that genuine, undeniable, love of my life, that deeper love that I have for myself, that I have within. I have so much self love that I am overflowing when I give love. I'm not giving love from an empty cup. I am giving love from an overflow of love, an overflowing cup. So I'm just here, just pouring and pouring and pouring. But when you're connected to people that aren't pouring back into you, yes, my cup is overflowing, but at a point in time, if I'm just pouring and pouring, pouring, and nobody's pouring into me, then guess what? I go dry, right? And so you're gonna be blocked. You're gonna be blocked from what it is that is truly meant for you. Self-love means doing it in spite of, even when you don't feel like it, not allowing your emotions to dictate, right? Your actions. Yes, you can feel, but how long do you stay in that emotion? How long do you stay in that feeling, right? Self love is meditation. Self love is sitting with yourself and internalizing that future, feeling your highest version of yourself, seeing yourself at where you want to be, visualizing it, but then feeling it, feeling the feeling that you would feel, right? When you are that higher version and feeling it now. That is self love. Self love is making sure that you take care of you before you try taking care of anybody else. Self-love is not bending over backwards for people that aren't bending over backwards for them damn selves. Self-love is not people pleasing. Self-love is not putting yourself to the side for somebody else. I don't care who it is. Do not put yourself to the side for other people. Do not put yourself, you come first in your life. That is what self-love is. Self-love is speaking your truth. Self-love is setting boundaries, right? Self-love is integrity, saying what you mean and meaning what you say. Self-love is when you have the urge to reach out to somebody that you had temporary comfort with. You love yourself more, so you don't do that. And you instead turn that feeling, that pain, that grief, you turn that into some type of passion project. You turn it into creativity, you turn it into abundance, and you take that feeling, that love that you had for that individual, and you put it back inside of you. That's self-love. When you realize that the way that you treat yourself, the way that you talk to yourself, the way that you look at yourself, right, will dictate how others treat you, how others talk to you, how others show up for you. Self-love demands without even necessarily having to say something. When you show up with self-love, people will not play with you because they know that you don't play about yourself, because you have the utmost self-love, self-confidence, self-worth, self-belief. Self-love is showing up when you want to quit. Self-love is when you keep going in spite of obstacles. Self-love is when you're crying on the inside, but you still pushing through. Because ultimately you understand and you know that you already are the highest version of yourself. Self-love is where the old identity has to die. The old, and anybody connected to that old timeline has to die. Not physically, necessarily, but internally. Self-love is becoming a different person and disconnecting from everything, everyone, every place that doesn't serve your highest version, that can't hold who you are and where you're going. Self-love is where you stop being around people that make you small or that don't uplift you or that ultimately aren't evolving, don't want to change. Self-love is when you stop making excuses and you take accountability. Self-love is when you look in the mirror and say, everything is my fault and it's time that I change. And you stop playing the victim role, that you become the author, the creator, the visionary of your life, where you say, no more. No more will I accept low standards, low vibration, low frequency, low level, low love, small crumbs. No more will I accept anything that isn't connected to my highest version of me, of who I already am. No more will I accept lack and scarcity. No more will I accept someone making me feel, but it's not the someone that's making you feel, it's you feeling that way. You're allowing people to come in that aren't expanding you. They're not adding to the expansion and the evolutionary of your existence. If somebody is not lifting you up and stretching you, and I don't mean stretching you to where you have nothing left. No. I mean stretching you to where you have to expand, you have to grow. It's uncomfortable, but it feels good at the same time because you're stepping up to be that bigger version of who you are destined and created to be. Self-love is where you continuously pour into you. Self-love is where you listen to podcasts to learn about yourself. Self-love is self-mastery, understanding who you are. Because when you understand who you are, then you understand this world better. When you understand who you are, when you understand how to love you, then you understand other people and how to love other people efficiently, effectively, and how they should love you. Self-love is knowing how to love you so you can teach other people how to love you and how to love themselves. I know I said this, but I have to say it again. Self-love is self-mastery. Do we ever master thyself to the highest degree? No. You're going to continuously evolve. You're going to continuously search after that higher version. You're going to continuously grow, and you should. Because the moment that you stop is where you become depressed. The reason why people are depressed is because they're not learning, they're not evolving. The reason why people are so frustrated and angry is because they're not learning. They are only living in one reality, one perception, the same perception that they've been living in their entire lives. They're only looking out of a lens from the past and not of the future. And even in their future, they only see the past. But what if we could tap into the self-love and understand that we are the authors of our reality and that we can create and change as we want to? That is self-love. We can change the perception of the future and say, you know what? I choose this. I choose the higher version. I choose different. I choose love. I choose abundance. I choose me. I choose falling in love with me. That is self-love. I don't need no one's love to love me. I don't need nobody else to show up for me as long as I show up for me. I don't need nobody else to save me. I don't need nobody else to love me. I don't need nobody else to tell me what to do. I don't need nobody else to do shit for me. Cause I make that decision. I show up in spite of self-love. I make the decision to not allow anybody to step to me unless they come prepped and prepared and ready on the level I'm at. Self-love is understanding that you work hard to be love, become love, and that you shouldn't allow anybody, that you won't allow anybody to not show up with the work done. I don't want to be connected to people that don't love themselves. Unless they are willing to evolve and I'm helping them and teaching them. But they have to have some type of self-love in order to even get there. Self-love means you're trying to master thyself, right? So if you're trying to master thyself, then you already have self-love because you're trying to do the work. You're doing the work. Self-love is being grateful for everything. Everything. Self-love is remaining in a spirit of gratitude even when you're in pain. Am I saying to suppress your emotions? No. But you don't have to stay angry. How long do you sit in the anger? How long do you sit in the frustration? How long do you sit in the sadness? How long do you sit in the depression? Depression is a mentality and a mindset. You are choosing to think these things over and over and over again, instead of looking at a different dynamic and looking at what you can be grateful for. Self love would remove depression because you understand that you are extraordinary. Self love is self power, and it's understanding your power. Self love, self power, purpose. Your purpose is to master yourself in self love. And then you will begin to realize that everything around you shifts. The people who disrespected you, it's two things that happen. They either begin to respect you, they change their ways, or they get the fuck from around you. And either of it is good with me. Don't matter to me. Why? Because I don't need nobody. I need me. I need my love. And I need my love reciprocated. Step to me correct, or don't step to me at all. I went through many years, many years of allowing people to just do whatever, giving out my love freely, like it wasn't fucking expensive. Like I didn't have trillion, gazillion, infinity. Listen, there isn't a dollar amount that can equate to the love that I give. Whew, my love runs deep, deep. Until I realized I need to stop giving to people that aren't giving to me in the same way. They're not even giving to themselves like they should be. They don't understand self-love. So what do you do? What do you do when all these years you've been giving, over giving, over giving, over giving? You cut that shit out and you turn up your self-love. You turn up that love for yourself. I wake up every morning and I meditate. And I meditate on the highest version of myself, sitting in the highest version of myself, feeling like the highest version of myself. I don't need the perfect body. I'm not going to wait for me to have the perfect body, which nothing is perfect, but I'm not going to wait for my results to come in to feel that confidence. No, I'm going to feel it now. I'm not going to wait till the money hits the account to feel rich. No, I'm going to feel it now. I'm going to feel wealthy now. I'm not going to wait till the love of my life comes in to feel love. No, I'm going to feel it now. I'm going to be it now. I'm going to become the love that I desire. I live in 5D reality. I live on a high frequency from self-love. When you come around me, you know my aura speaks. You could feel me through this screen. My energy speaks before I do. And everybody around me, anybody connected to me, will understand that without me even having to say that. And if you don't understand it, you're not going to be around. I am a queen. I am an empress. I am Who incredible, the most amazing woman that you could come across. And I know that about me. So I'd rather be with me than to let anybody be around me that don't deserve me. They can't give me back what I give. Self-love. Self-love is being able to be alone and just loving who you are, being in love with who you are, being in love with who you're becoming, being in love with your life and the life that you live. Not needing nothing. I could take off all my clothes and be completely naked and just still feel love. Fupa and all, stretch marks and all, baby. Feel love. I am love. I love me. I'm telling you, I touch myself and I say, baby, I love you. Whoever the love of my life is, baby, listen, I'm already touching on me for you. I love me that much. The love of my life will love every bit of me because I love every bit of me. Even the parts that aren't perfect. Why? Why? Because I know that nothing is perfect, but I love me some me. Stop shrinking for people. Stop chasing people. Start attracting the highest you operating with the highest form of self-love. You will receive what's really for you and let go of what isn't. Stop holding on to it. You don't deserve that. You deserve real love, reciprocation from you knowing what love is because you have become it. I told a friend this, that I didn't believe in love until I became love. I didn't believe that, people being faithful existed. I didn't believe in real love until I became it. And now I understand that I have to receive what I put out. Just a matter of time, me feeling it, being it. It's already mine. It's already mine, baby. Self-love is showing up for you every day, all day, in every way. Don't allow anybody to make you feel bad for loving yourself because they don't love themselves or they don't understand how to. Don't ever let nobody humble you. Talk your shit, pop your shit, baby. Self-love. Yeah. I worked hard to get here. I don't got to be big and bold about it, but I might talk my shit from time to time because I could do that. I don't need to, but sometimes I will because that's just what I feel like doing. And it's okay. Self-love is being you unapologetically, okay? Authentically, with grace, giving yourself grace because you ain't perfect. Nobody is. That's why I'm Grace Authentic. She is Grace Authentic. Yeah. Grace Authentic is self-love. The definition of love is me. I ain't got them long nails no more. Matter of fact, baby, listen, I ain't got the long nails no more, y'all. And because I've been at the gym. So it's just been messing with me because I can't clock it how I was clocking it, okay? Listen, love you first. First. And then everybody else will come around. That's really for you. That love you for you. That understand you for you. All right? They'll align with you. They'll already be aligned with you. They're going to show up ready to go. I said this on a post. You ain't asking for too much, baby. You just asking the wrong motherfucking person. Because the right person, you won't even have to ask, okay? They're going to know. They just going to come with it. Strong. What's up? I love you. Thank you for spending this time with me. You know, I always appreciate y'all. For real, for real, for real. If you need help with self-love, if you need help with soul alignment, go to www.sacredalignment.life. It'll be in the description box. Please go follow me on all social media platforms. They're all in the description box. And if you enjoyed this video, comment self-love, baby. Drop me a little comment, press the like button, press the share, subscribe, do all the things, for your girl. I am a full-time content creator, photographer, fashion stylist, soul alignment coach. But I am building, and so I would love for you to support me in whatever way that you can. I also do have my Cashapp below if you want to give your girl a little donation. But just you sharing and commenting and liking helps me tremendously. Okay, I love you, and I thank you for being here with me, baby. God bless you. Mwah.